Welcome, everyone, to Practical Self-Healing for your soul, heart, mind, and body. My name is Alan Chuck, and I'm a master teacher and healer, serving wonderful people like you from all over the world, from the Master Sha Tao Center in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. So, 2 episodes ago, this is episode 10 of an ongoing series. And 2 episodes ago, I talked a little bit about trauma. And I promised I would continue that. I did not continue that in the previous episode because I was focused on observing a special day in episode 9, the summer solstice in the Northern Hemisphere. So today you can see that this is part 2 about trauma. And, I don't know much about trauma, honestly. I'm not an expert by any means at all. But I know that trauma is very traumatic, okay? Not to be funny about it. And we should definitely try to do the normal things that make us feel alive and connected and joyful and everything, right? That is part of a normal, healthy, happy life. So, laughing, for example, dancing, getting outside, in nature, just getting out of your home, getting some fresh air, some sunshine, some moonshine, or serving others, putting the focus away from yourself, doing volunteer work, for example. Or how about dancing, okay? Or many people gardening. There was, I think, a surge in gardening after the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. And connecting with your friends, your loved ones, and reducing negative things that could affect your response to the trauma that you've experienced. For example, avoiding or cutting back on alcohol use, drug use, things like that. And many other things, exercise, and many people do yoga, stretching, walking. If there's a sport you like to play or do, do it. All these things are part of a normal, healthy, happy life. But I understand that if you are a person who has been traumatized, that you live with that trauma every day, that can affect your ability to do any or all of these quote unquote normal things. Even eating normally, eating healthily, getting your proper nutrients, staying hydrated, all these physical things we have to take care of to reduce the impact of our trauma, and all the things that make us happy in our heart, engage our mind in a positive way. All these things I feel are important, of course, for addressing the lingering effects, of course, the deep, deep chronic effects of trauma. So all of this is true, except that it can be very difficult if you live with very severe trauma, right? All these normal things become like mountains that are very difficult for you to climb. So physically, a lot of the root of this is in our biology, and it all, I think, comes back to the brain. We have deep mental memories, impressions. We had responses that could put us into, you know, flight or fight, that kind of response, where our nervous system triggers all our hormones, our heart rate, our heart starts racing, and all kinds of biochemical changes can happen in our body. Or we can just freeze, we can just be unable to act. We can sink into great anxiety or great depression and not be able to really do much to get out of it. Okay, so the nervous system controls everything, right? The nervous system connects with every tissue, every part of our body, and it also affects our biochemical balance, all kinds of things. So I think one of the most important things you can do for trauma is to self-heal the brain and the nervous system, and to self-heal the heart. The heart houses the mind and soul. The heart is the seat of our emotions, including all the negative emotions that can result from trauma, especially fear and anxiety. So, in this series of programs, in Master Sha's teachings, all of his teachers around the world, there are many, many opportunities to learn and to practice for these specific kinds of things: the brain, the nervous system, the fear, anxiety, and more. Anything really that could be a manifestation of trauma, an effect of trauma on your physical body. But we know that to heal the physical body, the physical effects, the biochemical changes, the nervous system, we know that's not enough. We know that, I hope you know, if you've been with me or any of Master Sha's teachers, that we have to heal the soul. We have to change the information, the message of the trauma. And there are, sort of traditional ways to do that, and I honor them. Therapy, psychotherapy, and all kinds of things that I'm not really familiar with. But to me, there is nothing more important than healing the soul. And you do this with the 4, 5, or 6 power techniques that I've introduced in previous episodes of this series. Body power, where you put your hands, how you hold your hands, your fingers, is where you can receive healing and transformation. Sound power, chanting sacred mantras with positive messages, chanting sacred sounds with positive frequency and vibration. These are all ways to help you overcome the effects of trauma. Mind power, creative visualization. In most of the practices that I will share, we simply visualize golden light. We can do it in particular ways that you can be guided to, you can learn from. But that is a simple way. Golden light shines in the body, then all sickness can be removed. All trauma potentially can be removed. And of course, soul power, saying hello to your soul, your inner soul, your brain, your nervous system, your heart. Saying hello to your trauma. Your trauma has a soul itself, and telling it, requesting it, that you have the power to heal yourself. You have the power to transform yourself, and calling on outer souls, whatever you want to call on, whoever you believe in, divine, Tao source, spiritual fathers and mothers in heaven, saints, Buddhas, angels, gurus, lamas, kahunas, shamans, indigenous saints, healers from all kinds of traditions, all realms, and all time. And then there are additional techniques such as breathing power. When if you're affected by trauma, sometimes you just can't breathe, right? Sometimes your breathing becomes very shallow, very fast, and that would, of course, correlate with the anxiety factor, the fear factor. So it's important, just at a physical level at least, it's important just to breathe when you feel something coming on related to the trauma that you've experienced. So all these things will help, but it's a difficult issue for many people. All these therapies that I have mentioned, all these techniques. They can work for some people, but after years and years and years, they still do not effect great transformation in many people who deeply suffer from trauma. Okay, so I'm going to. This is not just for people who suffer from trauma, because I'm going to recommend for your brain, for your nervous system, which everybody has, of course. But for trauma, the best self healing is to use the soul healing techniques, the soul self healing techniques. But the best self healing, in a way, is to get into the soul healing field, get into a love, peace, harmony field. We have love, peace, harmony rooms around the world. Get into Tao calligraphy healing field. We have 12 centers around the world with powerful Tao calligraphy healing fields. And you can access, I think, just about every one of them virtually online from wherever you may be in the world. That is the best self-healing, to let Tao Source do the job. Okay? Of course, you have to do some practice, follow the teacher, but you are bathing, you are absorbing, you are just being electrified. Some people can feel like that. You're being radiated, irradiated by radiation that is not harmful radiation. It's the purest positive light with the greatest love to melt your blockages of trauma, of anything else. So what I'm going to do today is that will close my teaching, and I hope you will all avail yourself of all the techniques that I've shared in other programs, as well as the Tao calligraphy healing field. Okay? You can have a mini field in any of Master Sha's books that he has published since 2013, because all of the books that he has published since 2013, starting with Soul Healing Miracles and ending last year with his last published book, but more to come soon, Tao Calligraphy Healing Field. They all have a field because they all have at least a reproduction of a Tao calligraphy that Master Sha wrote. And in fact, there's also one on the back cover of the Tao Calligraphy Healing Field book. So I introduced this some programs ago as well. If you're new, I'm very excited for you, because you have an incredible opportunity ahead of you, an incredible, what can I call it? An incredible modality. You do self-healing, but you work together with Tao Source, the highest love, light, frequency, vibration, the highest positive messages, information, energy, and matter of Tao Source, the ultimate creator, the ultimate source, whatever you believe that to be, of all universes, including Mother Earth and of heaven. So what I'm going to do today is give you a Tao calligraphy light massage, a short Tao calligraphy light massage. Would you like that? Those of you know it, and those of you don't know it, just enjoy it. Okay? It is a breakthrough remote healing system that uses the Tao calligraphy healing field. It is not available to you 24/7. It has to be activated by one of the Tao calligraphy healing field master healers and teachers. So in Toronto, we have Francisco, Cher, Alexia, Venier, and myself. So lie down. This will be only for your brain, your nervous system, and your heart. Okay? So lie down, prepare, can give some gratitude. Dear the Tao Calligraphy Healing Field in the Toronto Centre, I'm very grateful for this light massage for my heart, my brain, and my nervous system. Prepare. Tao Calligraphy Healing Field order to activate the Tao Calligraphy Healing Field in the Master Sha Tao Center, Toronto. More than 100 Tao calligraphies written by Master Sha, as well as several written by Master Francisco, and perhaps others by Tao calligraphy teachers as well. A light massage for your brain, your nervous system, and your heart. Start! All you have to do is relax and receive. Lie down if you can. Think nothing. Focus gently on your brain. Focus gently on your nervous system. Focus gently on your heart. Huge waves and waves, waves and waves and waves of light are coming to you from all the Tao calligraphies in the Toronto Center, especially the one for the brain, now in Mandarin Chinese, the one for the heart, Xin in Mandarin Chinese, the oneness writing of Master Sha, the connection, the portal that he creates, the source nutrients that he connects us with through these amazing calligraphies. And to the one for the nervous system. I don't remember what that is in Chinese, forgive me, but connect to it. These especially are pouring their love, their light, their frequency, their vibration to these three organs and systems. Most important organs, most important system. And they are bringing heavenly beings, holy beings, from many, many layers, some very high layers, depending on each one is getting a little bit different tea, but many high layers of saints coming to your brain, your heart, your nervous system, directly giving you their love, light, and service. They could have some special saint animals accompanying them. They could be carrying special instruments to help remove the negativities in your brain, your heart, your nervous system. So just enjoy for 2 more minutes in silence. 'If you're joining late, continue to receive the Tao calligraphy light massage in silence for your brain, your nervous system, and your heart. 3 key organs and systems for healing trauma. Thirty more seconds. And this Tao calligraphy, this brief Tao calligraphy light massage, but I trust you enjoyed it and maybe found it even quite powerful. Master Sha says, true Tao source healing can happen very quickly. So I'm going to close. How? You all know what that means. I hope by now. Good, get well, perfect. And let us give our gratitude together. I am just your vehicle, your vessel, your servant. They are doing the job. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you, love you, love you. So that will conclude today's program. Please feel free to share your comments, your experience, your insights about trauma, maybe your struggles with trauma, if you've suffered from it, know somebody close to you who suffers from it. I will deeply appreciate and definitely go back and read all of your comments. So my greatest gratitude to all of you for your presence and helping to co-create this field of healing and transformation with your presence. And I give you my greatest love. And if you like this taste, if you're new, Master Sha is giving at least 2 more Tao Calligraphy Light Massage sessions personally for the next 2 Saturdays, 10 a.m. for 1 hour. Usually he teaches a little, but you're getting usually 30 or 40 minutes of Tao Calligraphy Light Massage. I gave you 5 minutes. Master Sha will give you 40, and his light massage is, I would say, a little bit higher than mine. Okay, so also he has a Facebook live show every Monday at 2 p.m. today, and he has a live stream show for an hour and a half today as well, from 3:30 to 5. So join Master Sha on Dr. and Master Sha Facebook at 2 p.m. and register for the live stream that begins at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, my greatest love to you. I hope you have a beautiful week. If you're watching this Monday, it's Monday morning for me. So my week started at I guess it started after midnight because I was up after midnight, but it started this morning about 5:30 a.m. this morning. So it's been a beautiful day so far, and I hope you have a beautiful day and a most beautiful week with soul healing, self healing, and Tao source healing with Master Sha and his teachers around the world. Bye bye, everyone.